rocky and rolly, or have you not noticed after the wine at dinner? I don't know, I'm just asking. Not too bad? No. Well, it is going to get slightly worse, so do hold on to your britches. We'll talk a little bit more about that later, but in the meantime, somebody reminded me of this here because of the afternoon tea dance this afternoon. Who was in? Yeah. I don't think I've ever laughed so much watching Rusty attempt to take But this poem somebody reminded me about today. It's Monday tea dance, and they'll all be there today. Aches and pains forgotten, dance the afternoon away. Foxtrots, quick steps, waltzes, some are slow, but some are nifty, with memories of how it was way back in 1950. Norman's in the toilet and he's struggling to pee. He's got problems with his prostate and he'll likely miss his tea. Eddie's got a new love that he met in Ashley Heath. Oh, she does a lovely tango, but she hasn't any teeth. His latest fancy footwork nearly broke his partner's neck. She mistook his outside swivel for a travelling contra check. Ida's had her hair done and she's ready for a saunter. But she had a vindaloo last night and it's coming back to haunt her. Florrie's miniskirt's revealing when she's spinning in the jive. She really shouldn't wear a thong when she's nearly 85. They've had their tea and cake and chat and had a little laugh and gamely rise with creaking knees to face the second half. Norman's made it back in time for rumba number 1. His cucaracha's very neat, but he's left his flies undone. Vera's fallen over in a massive crimpling heap. Bert's got indigestion and Mabel's fast asleep. It's last waltz time and up they get for Humperdinck's old tune, and then goodbye, good luck, take care, God willing, see you soon. We attempt on this trip, as it will, I'm sure, get progressively lumpier unless we all do our best with our prayers and keep the big man on side. And I'm not talking about the gentleman at the top with all the stripes. The one even further up than him, marginally. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with delight I welcome this gentleman back to the stage. You've enjoyed his company around the ship, you've enjoyed his talent even more. He is a delight to work with, and it's wonderful to see him in the spotlight. Would you please help me welcome back one more time, Mr. Andy Law.
and hopefully I've got a nice variety of music for you tonight, different styles. And remember I was talking about all the do's we used to have, the knees-up parties, whatever you call them, because I've got lots of relations. And somebody would play the piano or the organ or something like that. We also had records, remember the records? 12-inch plastic, the outsleeve. Before MP3, CDs, CD-ROMs or something. Lovely records, and we had 3 favourite records. They were Joe Loss, In the Mood, that always used to come on. James Last, Make the Party Last. And a record by a lady called Gladys. Anyone know who I'm talking about? A piano entertainer. Her stage name, that's right, Mrs. Mills. Wonderful entertainer. Now, Shirley Bassey said, let's get the party started, but I don't think you can get a party started without a bit of Mrs. Mills, so a little bit of trad jazz. You can tap your feet to, and a little bit of Hello Darling. It is me, honestly. I know the people at the passport control have problems right now. This picture was taken, by the way, oh, good 5, 6 months ago, at least. My hair was longer then, it's just tied back, but there we are. Never mind about that. In the inside pages, there's some sing-along songs now. You've got no excuse to not sing along. You might know the words already. If so, join me. We're going to start off with For Me and My Gal, a little favourite. Here we go. Tunes come up for you now with perhaps one of the greatest composers Britain has produced, I think. He fills out the music halls, theatres throughout the world and has done for the past 30, 40 years, of course. Lord, now, Andrew Lloyd Webber, wonderful music writer. And of course, if I was to play all his big hits, we'd be here all night. So I've just got a selection of them from some of the musicals you might know, from Cats and from Phantom of the Opera. So this is a little medley of tunes from Andrew Lloyd Webber. Route 66 in the 50s, Nat King Cole, and he was a fine piano player as well as a great singer. Well, of course, as a piano player, you get requests that come around time and time again, and people always ask for ragtime and that type of thing, and deservedly so, it's wonderful music. And one that comes up time after time is The Sting, as people know, or The Entertainer. It was from a film called The Sting, written by Scott Joplin many, many years ago, and still popular today. So we put together a couple of ragtime tunes, starting off with that very famous request for a bit of The Entertainer. recognise that, the tiger wag and the popular person as the entertainment. Or something a little slower, I think. What do you think? More for my benefit than your benefit. But I wonder if this is often requested as well. The theme from Love Story, Ryan's theme, that wonderful movie. But the chap who wrote this, Francis Lai, wrote a lovely tune called Bilitis, if anyone knows it. Elaine Page did a vocal version of it called The Second Time. And it's a beautiful tune, so I'm going to pair these two together. Theme from Bilitis and the theme from Love Story. Here we go. sound. Never seen that before. Hopefully we don't sit again, but it proves it's live because the ship is rocking and rolling a bit. Speaking of which, I can't do a show without doing a little bit of rock and roll, and as I told you, I'm a great fan of Jerry Lee Lewis, the greatest keyboard player, I think, wonderful stuff. But, you know, as well as doing those original songs they did in the 50s, High School Confidential, Breathless, Great Balls of Fire, people used to borrow from earlier eras from the 20s and 30s and take an old song and soup it up a bit, and then they'd have a hit with it. So I shall finish with this, and but I might come back. The rules state that if one person shouts more, then I come back. Oh, they've done it already. So leave with a bit of rock and roll and come back for a little bit more just to finish up. But I'll just show you how this used to sound before Jerry Lee Lewis got hold of it, and then we'll do the old rock and roll version of it. You might know this one. Betsy Cabaret keeps smiling. I'll be back again some sunny day. Don't you know that I will soon be pining? Every hour here while I'm away. I have those big brown eyes and you can smile, dear. Vanish all those tears and please don't cry. Kiss me once again and hold me. Mexican rose, goodbye. When Jerry sang it, it sounded a bit like this. Mexican rose, stop your crying. Oh, how could I get some sunny day? She broke the apple soon. So kind. That wasn't prearranged at all, was it? We edited that bit out of the video, right? to shout more. No, very nice. But I couldn't go without finishing off with another little bit of sing-song. You sang so well before. I'm glad you joined me. You should know the words to these two songs. Dame Vera Lynn, God bless her, wonderful, wonderful singer. We Meet Again. We know the words to that. And Wycliffe at Dover. We'll go to Southampton, but Wycliffe at Dover, it's actually you join in and sing along with these lovely songs. I wish you a good night with this. We'll meet again from nowhere, from nowhere.
feeling a bit jealous. I feel I've just spruced myself up for the next show and come on flashing lights. I mean, do you enjoy that? Yes. Isn't he just a sensation? This ship would be nothing without him, I'm sure you agree. And he will be coming through to see Kaylee sing, I'm sure. And if he gets the inkling, if you give him a shove, he might make his way back to the piano in Shackleton's after Arcade's finished, if you're up for a bit of a party, which I'm sensing a few of you are this evening. I can feel a rumble going around the room. It was quite quiet last night, wasn't it, Anne and Don? Yeah, there's a few people missing, a few lightweights we noticed last night, so hopefully a few of you will come and let your hair down next door. Katie's entertaining you in about 15 minutes' time, and Andy will be around and about, so hopefully back at his piano a little bit later on. Tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, is our 6th and final day at sea before we reach land. I know, everybody's getting a bit stir-crazy, I think. Tomorrow is, of course, Sunday at sea. It is the one day that those of us who live on board know what day it is. Now I think you've got acclimatised to this way of life. It's just a reminder that it's the end of a week, because tomorrow is Sunday worship and roast beef. So Sunday worship at 10 o'clock in here, followed by Holy Communion for those that would like to stay and attend Holy Communion. At 11:15, Mark Stanton is back for your enjoyment. Then in the afternoon at 2:30, Cliff Jones is going to be talking to you in here, as there is no clock change. And then at 3:15, through in Shackleton's, our very own Louis Chaloux and executive sous chef John will be showing you some tricks of the trade, so you can take some tricks home with you so that you won't miss the food on board too much when you get back. Lads, you can refer to this recipe if you need to after a few days of beans on toast and poached egg on toast. Just pull this one out and test your good lady, see if she can whisk it up, or gentlemen. Maybe you see, I do know that there are some gentlemen chefs in the house as well, so do attend that tomorrow at 3:15. Tomorrow night is a formal occasion, so I'm sure we'll all enjoy dinner through in the dining room or up in the veranda restaurant in our best bib and tucker, followed by, for your delight, Andy Davies is back for enjoyment before he and Isabella leave us in Horta. Now, just bearing in mind, it has started to move a little bit. The ship, you may have noticed, I know you've been sitting for 45 minutes, but it is moving a little bit more than it was earlier, so please do be careful as you make your way around the ship. Please do give us a wave if you would like some help. Let the crew and staff help you get back to your cabins if that's where you're headed, or through to Shackleton's. Please don't be afraid to ask for help and use the handrails. It will get a little bit more lumpy during the night, so please do, we call it seaman-like precautions on board. Please do put anything that you think is smashable on the floor. It's much better there than hitting you on the head in the middle of the night. Any heavy books, I also recommend go on the floor as well. So just bear that in mind, just lodge yourselves in. If you feel the need to put your mattress on the floor. No, it's not going to be that bad. It's not going to be that bad, but just bear in mind what you're placing around your cabin before it goes west and you're on your hands and knees in the morning trying to relocate it. We do hope to see you through in Shackleton's in a few moments' time. For those of you who are wishing to take advantage of that late night snack upstairs, you know where it is, along with all of your favourite drinks. Down here, these gentlemen would like to entertain you rather than encourage you onto the dance floor. Please help me welcome back the Cyberpunk 2 Orchestra.